This aspect on a general perspective, the Athenians are always embrace religion because pro Deo et Patria, most of the students here are really religious because most of them are Christians and then Muslims, and Filipinos by nature are religious. And then on a smaller note, the Muslims here are a bit of a minority. The way I see it, only a few are religious. I mean, practicing. Because some are, if you estimate the number of Muslims here, there are actually above 400 Muslim students. So, but if you will count the practicing Muslims, it will maybe go down to just 30 or 40 students who are practicing Islam. And then part of it, one of the reasons why only a few are practicing because they have neglected the obligation to seek knowledge. Because in Islam, to seek knowledge is obligatory. That's why parents send their children to madrasas or to Muslim schools in order to have their knowledge, to have education about Islam. So when people do not know Islam, they don't practice it. That's not the way I see it here in the Ateneo. Islam, my religion, is not only a religion, it is a way of life, they call it. It's a culture. So all Muslims or all people who believe in Islam, who follows the religion of Islam, has its own way of life. So every day you wake up, you don't wake up at 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, you wake up at dawn, 5:30 or 5. The first thing you do is to pray, because Muslims pray 5 times a day. This will always be part of your daily life. That's what makes you Muslim. The salah, what they call salah. In Arabic, it's called salah. In English, it's called prayer. It's just equivalent. So every day you pray at 5:30, and then you prepare for school, and then you try to practice again. Islam was when the way you eat your food, there's a Islamic way of eating it. You don't eat with your left hand, you eat with your right hand. When you go to school, you say a little prayer, and then when you arrive, you say again a little prayer, small supplication, and then when you arrive to school, I go to class, and then when it's time to pray, I go out and pray at the prayer room. Because the majority of the Muslims, you'll find them there. They're praying for Dhuhr, which is the noon prayer, and then at 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. So that's part of the daily activity of a Muslim. That's one of the pillars of Islam. I mean, you implement Salah 5 times daily prayer. You pray at dawn, at noon, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and at 7 o'clock. So that's actually our advocacy. Our advocacy is to invite more Muslim students to the prayer room, which is for them. We ask them to practice Islam the way it is. That Salah, that Islam is an that Islam is an obligation upon everyone, and it should not be neglected. Why do I choose to live that way? Because as a Muslim, as a human being, you're given one purpose. It's said in the Quran that God said, "I have not created man and jinn except to worship me." So that's your life's purpose. That's your life's purpose, which is to worship Him alone. So why do we do it? Because that's my purpose. That's the purpose why I'm here on earth. here in Ateneo, I wasn't really practicing. I'm one of the lost Muslims. I didn't pray 5 times a day. I was ignorant of my religion. I neglected it. So, but Alhamdulillah, all praises due to God. I found my way, and maybe I have, for the past 4 years, I have lived Islam. Hopefully, God will accept my everything I've done. I think I've quite lived it. Every day I pray. I try to pray 5 times a day. Before I came here, I prayed. So thank God I have lived it. As a Muslim, there's a concept called being steadfast, meaning you have to stay focused on your goal, on your purpose. So, and also it helps if you are with the company of Muslims too. So if you're in Abarcado where they don't practice Islam, so there's a chance that you will not maintain that faith. Your faith will be equal of them. You're gonna go out with people who don't practice Islam. Sooner or later, gonna be like them. So it helps if you keep yourself in a company with Muslim students who are practicing. When you practice Islam, you're not only part of Islam kasi is calling people to Islam, meaning you invite people. For example, praying. So you also invite other people to pray. So in that way, you're practicing Islam and you're making a difference because you're inviting more and more people to Islam. Like I have said, one of our advocacies is establishing the prayer. So we try to call people to the prayer room, we try to call into the prayer room to pray 5 times a day. So that's how I make a difference. Legacies. Maybe what I have left there is that you don't just plan things out. You need to work your plan in order to achieve your organization's goals, and that will it has been a disease in every organization that you plan things out, you're optimistic about it, but it will turn out you haven't executed the plan. So one of my legacies with the MSA is that when you plan things with your constituents, you try your best to execute it with them. Be a team player, assign duties to them, and then execute what you're gonna do and achieve. One thing it taught me, the MSA, is that it taught me how to become a team player. Because personally, I used to work only alone. I don't like working with other people. So being the president of the MSA, it taught me that you can't do it alone. You need other people to work with. So in the real world, we all know how important that is. In order to accomplish your company goal, the goal of your organization, you need to work with other people.